Hello dear creatives, welcome to another interesting tutorial on this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through the step-by-step process on how to make this design of Crinoline Fascinator. Please endeavor to watch this video to the end and also give this video a thumbs up. The materials I'm going to be needing are crinoline. This crinoline measures 3 inches in width. Can you see? I would be needing 5 yards of this crinoline to make the fascinator. I'm also going to be needing Alice band or hair clip. This is what Alice band looks like. So you may want to use Alice band or hair clip. You can as well use comb. This is comb. Can you see? So this is comb. And I would also be needing a small piece of fabric and a small piece of wadding to attach the hair clip or the comb. But if you are going to be needing Alice band, or if you are going to be using Alice band, you don't need that. I'm also going to be needing BC style zone gum. You can go ahead and use USU gum. I'll be needing matching color of thread and a pressing iron. I'm going to measure and cut at 35 inches crinoline. So this is 35 inches. I will cut that out. Then I'll also measure another 2. I'll be needing 3 of this. So you go ahead and cut out 3 of the crinoline, 35 inches each. This crinoline, I'm going to be using it to make the roses, which I'm going to be attaching to the fascinator. So I will secure one tip of the crinoline like so. This is how to secure crinoline. You take your needle and your thread and you tack firmly. So once I'm done securing this part, I will secure the other side as well. Then I'm going to be making loose stitches after folding the crinoline into 2 halves. Please watch closely so you understand this part. So this is how you go about it. You make loose stitches like so. I'm going to make the loose stitches to the other tip of the crinoline. So you may want to drag. So as you make your loose stitches, you drag, you pull the thread and you use your other hand to gather the crinoline. So I will continue with the loose stitches to the other tip of the crinoline like so. Then I'm going to pull the thread tightly. Now I'm going to be using this to form the rose, and this is how I'll go about it. So you pull and then you roll the crinoline round like that. So you want the first one up to be smaller, and then the subsequent one will be a bit bigger than the first or the second one. So just watch closely, you understand this part. Can you see? So I'll just roll that part. Can you see? Then I'll pull the thread tightly. So you use this to form your rose and then you tack down neatly. Now I'm going to use my needle and my thread to tack it down neatly. If you are new on this channel and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to smash the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell to get notifications whenever we upload new videos. So after making my rose, I'm going to tie the thread firmly and then I'll go ahead and cut out the excess thread. Now I'm going to use the other 2 crinoline to make my roses off camera, and this is it. Now I'm going to set this aside. Next I'm going to measure and cut out 11 inches crinoline. So I'll be needing this in about 6 or 5 places. So this is the 11 inches. I will measure and cut out. Then I'll go ahead and measure another 11 inches. I have this in about 5 to 6 places. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fold into two like so. So once you are done folding, you will get your pressing iron. Please watch closely. You are going to get your pressing iron and you are going to iron this down neatly. I will go ahead and iron all 5 crinoline off camera, and this is it. The next thing I'm going to do is I will get each of the crinoline that I ironed, and then I'm going to make a loop with it. You're going to fold just as you see me do in the video, and you are going to use your needle and your thread to tack. After tacking for a couple of times, I'm going to get another crinoline and I will place it on the previous one like so. Then you're going to pass it through this part. Can you see? To connect the first one to the second one, then you go ahead and tack. Or you may want to tack the first one. You may want to tack this part down first. You tack one tip down neatly, then you go ahead and get the other tip and connect it just like you see me do in the video. Please endeavor to use your hands to spread it out when you are tacking. I'm going to repeat this process again. So this is how you go about it. You tack this part. After tacking, you get the other one and you pass it through the previous one like so, and then you go ahead and tack. If you are getting value from this video, please endeavor to like this video and also drop a nice comment for us in the comment section of this video. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please remember to subscribe so you get notifications whenever we upload new videos. This is what I've gotten so far. I'm about to attach the last crinoline, which is the 6th crinoline, and this is how I'm going to go about it. First, I'm going to place one tip hole of the crinoline on my work like so, and then I'm going to tack. After tacking, I will get the other tip and I'm going to pass it through the previous one, and then I will also pass it through this part. Please watch closely. This is how you are going to go about it. Can you see? And then I'm going to tack down that tip. So you arrange that before you go ahead and tack. Please endeavor to spread it out before you tack. After tacking, I'm going to get the roses I made previously and I'm going to be attaching the roses to the design. So firstly, I'm going to get my needle and my thread. I will attach one of the roses, and then after attaching it with my needle and thread, I will also go ahead and attach the other 2 roses to my work. If you would be interested in learning more on different types of headwears and bridal accessories, we have detailed online classes for interested participants. To participate in the training, click on the link in the description box to join the Telegram training group or send a WhatsApp message to us with the number on the screen. This is what I have after attaching the roses to my work. Now I'll go ahead and tie the excess thread and then I'll cut it out. Next, I will get my feathers, which I'm going to be using to embellish my work. So I'll use B6000 gum. I'll apply B6000 gum or E7000 gum, and after applying the gum on the feathers, I'll place it on my work. So you just go ahead and embellish your work to your taste. After embellishing my work, I'm going to set this aside. Next, I will get a piece of wording, and I will also get a round shape object and a pen. I will use the pen to rule a round shape on the wording. I'm going to be ruling out 2, and then I'll get my scissors to cut out the round shape, and this is it. And I will also go ahead and cut out a round shape on my fabric, and then I will get my E6000 gum or B7000 gum, and then I'm going to apply it on one of the wording to glue it down to the other one. Next, I will get my needle and my thread, and I'll be making loose stitches on the edges of the fabric I cut out. After making the loose stitches on the fabric, I'm going to insert the wording like so, and then I'll go ahead and drag or pull the thread to cover the wording. Please, you are going to do that neatly, and then you drag and arrange it properly. Can you see? Now I will get my thread, and I will tie the thread and cut out the excess thread. Can you see? We are going to be attaching this to the back of the fascinator to enable us attach our clip or comb. So to do this, I'm going to be using my needle and my thread. You can go ahead and use your gum. You can apply B6000 gum. I'm not sure if B6000 gum will work or do the job. You can use hot glue gun. Yes, hot glue gun will do the job, but you want to be careful when applying it on the crinoline. Okay, so I prefer to tack. Like I said, you can use your hot glue gun, you can use candle wax and lighter. So this is how I'll go about tacking it. Please watch closely. You want to tack neatly. You want to tack this neatly in such a way that the thread will not be visible on the fabric. Please watch closely. This is how you go about it. You pick this part, and then you are going to arrange that properly. Can you see? And then I'll go ahead and tack it down to the crinoline or my work. So this is how you go about it to tack it neatly. If you are getting value from this video, please endeavor to drop your comments in the comment section of this video, and also like this video. Give this video a thumbs up and let us know what you feel about this video and this tutorial. Now I'm going to be attaching the clip to my work. You may want to use comb. If you want to use comb, then you'll be needing needle and thread to tack, because you can actually stitch the wording and the fabric. You just go ahead and use your needle and your thread to tack, but I'm going to be using clip. So to do this, I'll get my candle wax, and I'll also get lighter to burn the candle wax, and then I will apply it on the back of the comb and place it on the spot where I want it to sit on the fascinator. Can you see? So this is it, and this is the finished look of our fascinator. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please endeavor to comment on this video and also give this video a thumbs up.